guys, it is Mary.
And Alma.
Anybody got to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment.
Down below we say we are reviewing season 6 episode 9, you guys. And we are basically back with the UNLV debate.
Yes.
Cody is going to be going with his 4 wives to Logan's college to kind of debate Christine's aunt and the girl Colleen that escaped the polygamous family, along with some other people as well who are against polygamy and feel like all polygamy is bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going there to kind of stand up for themselves.
UNLV is where Cody goes to school.
Yeah.
For college. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's basically what they're doing today.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing with the debate, how I felt about it, I just kind of felt like it got a little bit it got a little testy, and Robin was just, I'm not trying to go in Robin, y'all, I promise, but I just felt like Robin was doing a little too much. Like, she seemed to have gotten offended a couple of times, even said, "Don't make me a victim, sweetie," which made no correlation because she never said you were a victim or even insinuated you were.
I know. You know what it seemed like? It seemed as though this was a phrase that she was going to use. She was going to put it in somewhere to sound passionate to Cody. That's how I took it.
Yeah, that could have been just exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I just felt like the whole thing with the debates, I felt like it kind of was, I feel like they were kind of like, not saying the same thing, but I feel like they just misunderstood each other.
Kind
like
of polygamy,
polygamy isn't bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In some cases, it can be really good.
Yeah.
But like with everything, there's good and bad.
Exactly.
You know, in every religion, there's good and bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not really, depending on what the religion itself actually teaches, that is actually in the book, that, you know, was made up, you know, with the right morals and conditions and for the right purpose, then it can be a good thing or whatever. But it's a give and take. There's bad and good and everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like with polygamy, it's not necessarily the way it's structured, but I feel like it's the leaders and the people who are put in charge. You know what I'm saying?
The men.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, at the end, Cody said it, and so did the professor that was hosting it.
Right.
And he said that what he found in terms of polygamous marriage, because he did have a bone in this fight. So he said, but what he found was the polygamous families that did well were, one, they were well off, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, they worked together to be friends.
Right.
You know, and that the husband was a good leader.
Right.
Like the husband was a good man.
Right.
A decent person.
Yeah.
You know, because the husband has so much power. He has the final say on a lot of things. If he really wants to have other wives, even though he says, "Oh, my wives have to agree," but men have a way to kind of get the women to acquiesce. Anyway,
because that's just in their nature.
You know what I'm saying? And so, no, they don't really have a say as such. So, but they were saying the same thing in the sense that the opposing group, Christine's aunt and the other kids that they had met at that charity, the kids had gone to, you know, for polygamous people who had come out of the faith to like a safe haven. They were pretty much saying, it's not your family. We see the Brown family that you guys are okay.
Yeah.
You're the good of polygamous family. You're a good example. However, you're not the norm. And so the Brown family, they're trying to say, well, we are the norm. It's just that these other families like ours, where there's no abuse, they don't want to come out. So we are public, but they don't want to come out. Well, because they don't want to be, you know, maybe they, like Mary had lost her job, right? Cody had lost certain accounts because he was a polygamist when they found out.
Yeah.
So they don't want to come out because maybe kids are in college, parents are working, you know, they're trying to take care of their families.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like they were both saying the same thing. It's just kind of like, and the ones who are against, they're trying to tell the Brown family, you guys need to validate that we went through these things. you need to let us know that there are some very dysfunctional and abusive polygamous families who misuse the blessing that they have been given, right? But I think the Brown family was trying to do that, but neither was hearing each other, and they were both on the defensive.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like Christine's guard is already up because that's her aunt. She
Yes.
doesn't really have a relation. She loves, but also wants nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
May we add.
And she was a little intimidated too, because when this is your aunt, like you've had this kind of respect or maybe reverence for. So even when she went to the bathroom and the aunt was standing there, maybe to confront her or something, Christine stayed in the bathroom. Mary had to go get her.
Yeah, Mary.
Which I said, good for Mary. You were first wife. You go get her, girl. Mary went, and then Robin, went behind her, and they went to get Christine because they know that Christine does not like confrontation.
My thing is, the whole thing with the debate, I really, I was really with Christine because I just felt there was really no point.
Yeah.
There's good and bad in everything. I feel like that can be stated without anybody even saying anything.
Yeah.
I feel like Cody was defensive. Robin did not help. And it just felt like this was about to become a pissing match.
Yeah.
That's how it really felt like it was about to become.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, they have bad experiences. Just from some of the shows I've watched, what I've seen of polygamy has not been a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have so many cult shows. Like, if you just watch the ID channel for a day, you will see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is a good thing that the Brown family did come out and stuff like that, say that,
so you could see another side of polygamy for sure. I really respect that. I really respect them for that because it's not a easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And we know some of that too. Probably you guys don't, but being Muslim, especially in the past years, now it seems as though people are more aware that we are here. A lot of people are more accepting, and when they see some harassment going on, there are non-Muslims who are standing up for Muslims, and that's such a blessing. It wasn't always like that. Yeah. And so you just have to be careful because times that Muslims were targeted, we had to either remove our head covering, and things like that, so that we are not attacked, we're not abused or something. So
but I knew we had come a really long way when this past Ramadan all these Muslims were in Times Square and they prayed there.
That was a big thing, actually.
I was like, we really have come a long way, and there was amazing. no commotion, nothing. It was just a peaceful thing. People let them pray, and hundreds of thousands of them came out.
Especially when 20 years prior there was the 9/11 that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that happened in New York.
Yeah.
So that's what I knew. We have come a really, really long way.
Oh, really, really.
You know what I'm saying?
Really long way, absolutely.
And I think Cody is just trying to also show a better side of it. For him, that's the norm. For them, it's the norm to see bad or whatever because that's their experience.
Yeah.
I feel like I felt like it would have been better if they would have been a little softer with their approach and everything because they have really
because they both have a lot of healing to do.
Well, I feel like they have a good experience of polygamy, so I feel like they should give them a little bit more leeway and be a little bit more understanding.
Well, that's what they kept on saying. I don't know how many times. But then
Cody was like, I am not your husband,
that's what I'm
sweetie.
saying. I don't know.
I was like, what?
I don't know how many times they could have said, I'm not talking about your family. But
no, I'm talking about the Browns to the people
that's what I'm saying. They were very on the defensive.
Who, the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought they were very defensive.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, because the thing is, like Colleen said and the aunt Christine said, we need to still be here and speak out. Because, yes, we escaped, but there are so many more who are still stuck there.
Yeah, and I think it's to make people aware because there's not everybody who's in polygamy, and it's a good leader. It's
Exactly.
a pedophile. It's a man who has lower desires and
Exactly.
is using the Bible or whatever Mormon book to go and preach his satanic beliefs.
Well,
while probably
lying.
not even looking at the book.
Of
Probably
course,
just holding it
just
and then talking about
lying.
some devilishment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's important for them to say what they say so that when people are thinking about going into polygamy, they're not thinking, oh, it's all roses. Like, it's all like the Brown family. Because it's not true.
And also
sometimes
for those
it's
other
like,
people too, the other ones who are there, who are like, wait a minute, maybe I could escape too.
exactly.
You
So
know?
it's important for them to tell both sides. But I
Yeah.
felt like even Robin was saying that you just said all sister wives hate each other.
But she
Obviously,
just
she's not
said
talking
so.
about
She
you, though.
just had not said so. Like it was just.
Well,
it was
Colleen
too
did say
much.
Colleen did say that all sister wives hate each other, but she was not talking about
She
your
said sister
family,
wives
obviously.
hate each
But
other.
you
Of
got
course
so
not talking about your
defensive,
family.
it would have made people be like, "Well, this
Yeah.
how you are? Is that how it is?" You know what I'm saying? I just felt like they both should have, especially the Brown family. I felt like y'all should have just shut up for like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And let them say, because at the end of the day, people are seeing your family. They know that it's not all like that. But also there's a, like, I don't know if it's majority, but I would definitely have to say it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Because, you know, polygamy, they feel, a lot of people feel like it's built on a man because this one man has all these women.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think there was some guy who had 30 wives. One woman was telling me, like, there's no way you could possibly do right by 30 women. There's
And-
no way in hell. You can't even do 2% right by
Well,
30
even
women.
Christine's aunt, she was the 7th wife of 13.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
know, so it was like, it was quite a bit. It was hard for her. I think it was either
And
her
she
or
didn't
Christine's
get out-
mom.
Yeah, and she
But-
didn't get out until she was 50 years old or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
not
And
it's
she was
not
married
all
off
roses.
when she was 17.
Yeah.
And after it was until 33 years has passed, 50 years old, I gotta go.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
not all roses whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel. And I feel like you have to give people the space to do that. They have been through traumatic events. Thankfully, you guys have not. But
Yeah.
don't go and invalidate their experience.
I just feel like this is why the best way that they could have done that debate, I think,
By
is-
listening.
Well, it's kind of like sometimes silence is consent. Like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So
yeah,
if they
yeah.
have not said anything, then it's kind of like, oh, maybe it is happening in their family. They were very silent. They kind of look guilty. You know how people are. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know what I think would have worked better if they did it on separate times. They go in, they do it, and then the other ones go in and do it. You know, something like that.
Well, I'm with Christine. I feel like there was no point in doing it
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I liked at the end they all came together and,
and
hugged
they were
each other.
talking to each
So
other,
at
stuff
least
like
the
that.
audience can see, okay, they're not like hating each other. you
Well,
know?
Robin, I didn't see Robin really make any contact with anybody, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well,
She seemed really defensive.
yeah. And
I felt like it got more contentious than it needed to. And it's like Cody
think
was
so.
feeding off his favorite wife's energy. I was just
that's
like,
what I think. I think Robin was just putting on a lot of acting. Sometimes with her, I feel like as though it's some acting going
like I
on.
really am
Like,
trying not to be so
because
hard on
I'm not
Robin, but sometimes
understanding
it's
what
hard.
she's saying. Like she was.
I am not a victim, sweetie.
Like
I'm
I just.
like,
Robin, who is that?
but you
Is that
just
Robin?
said everybody hates their sister wife. But I'm
Yeah,
not talking
okay,
about
so-
you though. I obviously have been near your family,
Yeah.
and she just would not hear her.
No, she wouldn't hear her at all. She continued to just talk over her.
And I'm just like,
And
Robin,
that's
it
what
did
I'm
not
noticing.
have to be contentious.
Yeah.
Like, it
As-
did not have to be contentious
Yeah.
whatsoever. And you made it contentious.
Yeah. As the
So-
season is going on, I see her like over talking people.
She
That's why I
is like,
said,
she
it's
has
she's putting
gotten
on
her
a show.
cojones.
Yeah. Well,
Because
you know,
now she's in the wife, she is in the family, she
She's
is
almost
settled,
acting
she
like
has
the
had
first
a baby.
wife and speaking for everybody.
Oh, we have got to talk about how Robin
But,
has turned
you know,
on Mary.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Another
the
one.
last season. Okay.
Yes, but it's Mary.
And
Everybody has to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. Hey!
Robin is gonna